light's my ass. What are you calling me late for? More like you're late all the time. Can't call me late. Man. Yeah, it's not like that. You're rarely late. My butt. Oh yeah, not late, more like absent. Absent, which is worse than late. But it doesn't even matter anymore because that's not important. That means you should. Wow. Cool. You should have known. You should have known that it was gonna be all of a sudden. Oh, it's me. Yeah. But whatever. Yeah, no, that's coping. Calling me late is like I'm actually not even that late in terms of a stream, man. Or maybe it's just projecting, really. But yeah, it's just weird, you know. It's just so funny. Yeah, but it's not like that. It's not like it matters anymore. Oh look, they're not talking anymore. That means I'm right. Anyway, hello to whoever is watching the stream and hello to whoever is watching the VOD. I am Andrike Sky and I'm a cyborg VTuber of the Mossiverse and we're going to be doing some ASMR again. Foo, foo. Yeah, foo, you fool. Yeah, you didn't say anything, therefore I'm right. Yeah, anyway, I'm not as sleepy as last stream for sure. Which is good. It's a good thing. I mean, somewhat of a bad thing at the same time. There's always upsides and downsides to, you know, both of them. It's like maybe if this is that and whatever the heck. Like if you just need to sleep, then being sleepy makes sense, but if you're trying to be productive, then that's not good. And then if you're trying to sleep but you're feeling really awake, then that's also bad. Yeah. But as long as you are doing something with that energy, then that's pretty good. But yeah, it's just been weird. Oh yeah, speaking of productivity, it's just seeing like those really, I don't know, really dramatic posts like, oh, you gotta do something. You're complaining about your own performance. You gotta do this and that. You're complaining you're not getting results because you're doing this. And no, you gotta start doing this. It's like, okay. And it's like, well, yeah, they don't know anything. Like, they're only assuming the most ideal case where you actually have the time for that. It's like, wow, I can't believe I haven't tried this before. You know, it's very, very wacky. It's like they talk as if, you know, they know everything behind that. It's like, yeah, it's true. If you really focus on content creation most of your time instead of trying to have a work-life balance, you know? It's like you can't just do this and then that and then expect to think straight anymore after that. Yeah, it's just like what have I been doing, you know? It's not really good. And it's besides the, you know, it's just weird. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't understand. But whatever, I guess. And then the thing, like they keep mentioning about is just, oh, you're gonna have to post on other platforms, you know? Like post on other platforms and also, make sure you're doing it at least this many times per week. And I'm like, excuse me? I don't think so. It's like, I mean, yeah, it's really just quantity over quality at that point, which is the unfortunate reality of, like, again, I mentioned it last time, whenever last time was, like the last time I said, like, oh, shorts content is performing better than long form content, and I'm like, god dang it. And so there's gonna be creators out there who will constantly find things from their own stuff and just post it, and that's the bare minimum that they do. And I'm like, oh, whatever shall I do about that? It's like I put however much effort into, you know, whatever clips I do, and then just leave it there, and then mixed results, of course. Not like everything performs like 100%, you know. It's like, yes, there are lucky moments. I do pay attention to, like, the trends and all that. It's like, yes, it's gonna work. Until it doesn't really work. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird, you know. But I don't want to think about it too much. Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, maybe I'm seeing those posts just 'cause I'm seeing like those other posts of just like, you just gotta start. You can't make excuses. You just gotta start. And then it's just like a post of someone who used like a USB mic and using like a mixing software that's free, and then they posted that. It's like, oh wow, that's so cool. And thank you for the daily check-in. Are you late? No, you're very early. Whatever that means. No, you're not late. It doesn't matter if you're late or not. If you just arrived, then that's okay. Yeah, I'll get on to that. I still have all these in the shell. The shell? The shell of the thingy, I guess. And hi Luna, welcome in. Yeah, you're not late this time. Yes, the last time that was just unfortunate timing. I'm not blaming you though. It's just unfortunate timing. That's it. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well today. No, but let's see. Yeah, just like I was just like after I saw that post of like a person who was doing a song cover, like within like a very cheap setup, and then I'm just like wondering, maybe I should go that route. Cause I don't know, like I've never thought about like, no, I actually did consider like, oh, what mixing software do I want to use? Because like I've searched it up and there was nothing informative about it, and then I was like, what can I use that's free and it could work? Because I don't want to like spend money on a software that isn't really gonna, that I'm not gonna be using for a long time, or that I'm not gonna really consider like doing anything about. Yeah, so it's very weird, you know. Singing, yeah, because well, if people actually know, I do occasionally sing, and I do occasionally post covers. So I'm just like, oh, maybe I should look into whatever software I need to, like, just do short, like, covers of whatever. How come you never heard of them? Never heard of my singing? Well, because you didn't visit any other part of my other... You didn't visit any of my other channels, you know. That's all. It's like, what? You have a channel? It's like, well, yeah. It always has been. For, again, the past however many years. I guess one certain person hasn't done a good job at promoting that part. But, yeah. There are only 3 links on my profile. Yeah, one of those links has my covers on the front page. I don't understand what the issue is. I mean, I don't actively say that I'm like a singer, you know, because in my opinion, I don't really qualify as such. I'm just a casual person, you know. Like, I don't participate as a V-singer, you know. I'm just a VTuber who can occasionally sing. Wait. Yeah, I'm waiting. Oh, man. Before you make an inappropriate joke, am I single? Oh, would you like to know? Legitimately, no. Or yes. I mixed it up. I am single. But in lore, like there's this whole established lore with Wimpy that, you know, or don't you know me? Don't you know me? Be realistic, man. Got a wife? No. And I feel like I'm skipping a lot of steps. Oh wow, that's the only time they even came up and said, "Oh, you're not single." I was like, fuck you. You're just spreading misinformation at this point. Got an overprotective best friend. Yeah, but I'm still single at the end of the day. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm just a pseudo-girlfriend," right? No, you can't be. That doesn't work like that. Shush a bee. I can't really shush a bee, you know. Kinda goes against their nature, you know. I mean, I don't know what your joke was going to be, Boku. Because, maybe... Yeah, maybe you could be thinking before saying it. A personage of dating, and it's not... No, it's not. That's just parasocial. Just because it's fiction. It stays in fiction, okay? And besides, you gotta think about your own actual thing, you know? It's not like you're Vanessa. Sure. You're not going to, I'm afraid of my future, right? Who is that? You think that would ever be possible? What if I just stay single forever? Who is that? Yeah, who is that? I don't know who that is. My future wife? Man. Can't be. Getting married? No. I'm not getting married anytime soon. Wild, don't you wild me? Especially with your behavior. Freaking misbehaving. It's real funny that as time goes along, you're just willing to spread that misinformation of, oh yeah, we're dating, we're in a relationship, when it's only in lore. Andrike Jr. when? Never. Or I mean, I guess the Junior is my small model, but that's it. But that's not a child, that's just a small version of me, that's it. This no, what would that be in neutral terms? What do you mean neutral terms? Yeah, because you freaked out so much at the start. Yeah, now you're embracing it as if it's... You find it funny now. Well, what if people take it the wrong way then? What if people take it the wrong way? That wouldn't be good, now would it? Yeah, no. Sure. And then they don't. Who's they? You? Maybe not. No, I'm kidding. No, they. Who's they? But who's they? Who's they? Man? Spencer? No, I'm kidding. No, don't tell Spencer that. I don't think they're here. Spencer can be that way, but I'm not gonna say that directly. You gotta tell Spencer. No, don't tell them. Don't tell them at all. It's not important. Man. I'm gonna tell Spencer that you said that. Man. You're not willing to say who's they, so I'm just trying to... you know, think of all the possible victims who would potentially think that. Man. Our chemistry goes so well that people actually misinterpret all of that. It's like, wow, you do really make a good couple. And I'm like, is that so? They really do. Yeah, it's all like, cause you keep enforcing that statement, man. You keep... Never say never. Stop it. No. It's not happening. Oh, that's a never. That's the point. No. How dare. That's rude. Man. Best friend, it puts you out so much. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you you see, we make such a good pair because, you know, I'm the one who's dealing and then you're the one receiving. And in the end, we both have fun in some way. Maybe. Yeah, that's right. And thank you for the check-in. Yeah, what are you gonna do now, Webby? You're gonna complain to Leechy without us, she's here. Gee, I can't believe she said the story. That's just how it is, isn't it? Spencer called me a nerd. Yeah, so what? It's hardly an insult. Am I bullying Meatball? No, I'm not. Since when did it... Since when have I... Oh, look at this. You're just gonna tattletale. Even though this is my stream. Yeah, I won't open as you're typing this. Type... One open. What do you mean one open? Being nice. Oh, what do you mean? I've always been nice. They just take it the wrong way and then they're blaming me for it. Water bottle use. Freaking hard water. What was it again? Man. What was it? Hard water. Or is it heavy water? Or it could be whatever. That's not nice to drink from someone's heart. I teased them enough times. It's thick water? That's even worse. Man, that's even worse than hard water. Man. Ew, man. hard water is when there's a lot of mineral content, and that's not gonna be good to consume because there's a lot of minerals that are not good for you. Man, just remembering back with Unis Anis, I guess, when they drank thick water, and it was dreadful, I guess. And thick water is a special type of water for people who can't swallow water properly. I see. Well, I'm sure they can... okay, yeah. Great. Where? What do you mean, where? What? This is getting really confusing. People built like... What? Like what? You keep like interrupting your own sentence like that, and I'm just really confused. Man. It's a twunk. A twunk? That means you won't finish that sentence. What? Based? Based on what? Inside thoughts. Man. But yeah, I'm sure Wampy can swallow any... never mind. It's kind of true though, but you know, I'm not gonna... It's kind of straightforward. So can you know that user equals to the I? No. It's W. It's the W. It's supposed to be an R, actually. Remember physics. Wow, look who's traumatizing Richie now. Look at that. You said the actual word instead of me this time. Wow. Trunk. Yeah. Like a trunk of a tree. You possibly like a trunk? I guess. I mean, if Wimpy wants to imagine that, sure. Man, yeah, that's right. The twink is Wamp, not me. Physical strength does not equal buff. Oh yeah, that's true. You don't gotta be buff to have physical strength, but sometimes having physical strength could probably mean you're buff in some way. Whatever that means. Wipe is a napkin. A twunk. Me, however? However what? However what, huh? I'm hot. It's not very hot anymore though, so I can't say I'm hot. It's more like room temperature for me. I mean, whatever you consider room temperature at this point. Open the car and down every window. Damn, man. If anything, just fold the napkin into an origami something. Could be a crane, could be a frog, could be something. Fold them so easily. Attractive? Then how am I single still, huh? I wonder. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm just not good enough. And thank you for the headband, I appreciate it. I'm introverted, that's how. Yeah, that's right. But even introverted people can get into such a thing by accident. No such accidents happen to me though. Because I am a person who doesn't have that happen by accident. It's not like Bob Ross or anything. Am I even looking? Do I ever want one? That's the thing, I'm not looking. I don't care. It's... What? What? Oh, don't even think about it. What the heck? That's harassment. Can't determine if I'm dick water or not. I mean, you're the one who said it. I didn't say anything else. Man. You think about it? Yeah, but you never even seen it. You can admit that Caleb escaped up though. You're harassing him then. And also, I'm not Caleb, according to the quiz I took himself. Yeah, Wimpy's never able to admit that much. You're harassing him, he's harassing you. Well, I mean, maybe he's doing it because... Maybe he's doing it because you're harassing him first. I guess he's unprompted. Well, maybe you wanted that in your mind. I don't think. I don't know about that, man. No? One can only say that. What you have to do to get me to show yourself? Show myself? You won't brag that your best friends know about them high, you can 100% confirm. Nope. You don't do anything. You want saying Kayla can stay far away from you? Well, too bad. Too bad. Great, you don't do anything else, so I'll show you. No. Well, yeah, you just wait. You just wait. Maybe. Eventually. What their team is right now? I was doing ear pick, but wait for what? I don't know. Just wait. Just like how you need to wait for the Whelp That Way part 2. You don't love it? No. Platonically, I already do. Oh, he's saying platonically again. No. You go eat for real. Now you don't know if your class is actually cancelled tomorrow, so you need sleep. You don't know if your class is cancelled? Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense though. Some instructors are kind of just out of the blue. They don't know what the heck they're doing. But always assume that it's not cancelled until like the last minute. Your physics prof got used to code, or oh, they. Well, that kind of sucks then. Man. Yeah, the thing is, physics professors can't do anything because they're not biology professors. Yeah, I don't know. That's just dumb. They're prioritizing a different kind of science. They can't deal with that. No, but I hope the prof there recovers well enough. The physics department was looking for a sub, but they haven't said anything about actually finding one. They might not even think about it at all. So it might actually just be cancelled. All lectures are on YouTube anyways. Well, that's helpful though. And then they're just like unlisted videos, so only people who are like in the class course is able to access them. I don't know. Imagine you convince your prof to become a VTuber on YouTube and teach. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. All of it is unlisted. It's not in a playlist. No, it's not in a playlist. That's so bad, man. I mean, making it unlisted makes sense, because then, like, the curriculum is, you know, not so easily accessed. You see a cutie? Yeah. Well, or not maybe just one, maybe multiple actually. Why go to college if you can get it on YouTube for free? Well, the thing is, yeah, certification. So then that way you don't get so isolated in society, you know, as the one person who didn't go, you know. I mean, the learning material you can easily get online, but, you know, that blue cutie is taken, unfortunately. Who is that? I don't remember anyone who's like that. Yeah, welcome in. I hope you're doing well, Error. Taken by what? I don't know. Anxiety. Anxiety. No, I hate that song. I don't understand. Don't pretend my wife is watching. My wife? Why it all of a sudden isn't future anymore? His wife. I'm married? No, I'm not. You are. I'm not married. You're not. Well, you can't even say that I'm married though, so I'm sure saying it back to you. Man. You're doing alright just slowly dying because your sleep delay doesn't exist. How does it not exist? Man, I'll make it exist. Just by snapping my fingers. Boom. I'm like X from To Be Hero X. I just snap and then I do a thing. So it's currently 4 AM for you. Okay. That was a nice snap. Yeah, I can only do it on my right hand though. I can't do it on my left. I'm just like I can't get the positioning right on my left hand. That's just how it is. Man, can you just take the test? Well, I don't think so. Because you kind of have to be qualified to take it in the first place. You have to drive to work in 4 hours. Well, can't snap with my left hand. How is that important? How is that note worth? How is that note taking worthy, you know? What are you trying to... Like, it doesn't even matter about that. I can do other things with my left hand, you know? Don't question you. I'm questioning everything, man. What do you want about? Please do what? Such as... What do you... You're ready? Ready for what? Ready for what? Such as... Um. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I mostly pick up things with my left hand, not my right. You're ready for my left hand? But you're not gonna know what I'm gonna do with it. Could probably... Like, I do things better with my left hand than my right hand, even though my right hand is dominant. I mean, I feel like that's already a given to a lot of things. Can shove you away with it. Yeah, that's right. Just shush you with my left hand, and then draw you in with my right. You enjoy mystery? Yeah, I'm very mysterious. Ooh. I don't know. I really gotta finish up that audio recording before the deadline. Oh no. It's like, oh, but you haven't did this way. It's like, oh yeah, that's because that one never has a deadline. Example, please, you're a visual learner. Oh, too bad. You don't get that. Visual learner? No. That's just an illusion. You don't learn by looking, you learn by learning. Can anyone redeem fluff or you pay back the points? How do you pay back the points? What are you gonna do, huh? I don't know how that works on here. Fluff. Oh, okay. Man. And thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. No need to pay back, you have a lot. Yeah, you have a lot. You definitely do have a lot. YW, you win. No, I'm kidding. You wuss. No, whatever. I feel like the fluff is about the same as what I did with the ear picks. I mean, at least I tried to use the ear pick element. It's all dependent on how I even go about using this fluff. Yeah, I gotta finish that thing. I've slacked on it again. So, definitely gonna have to record again after stream. I mean, man, it's gonna be so tough. It's gonna be so tough. Knowing what to do. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so it's gotta be like studio production level. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't put it that far, but man, how I wish it would work like that. You need to nap. You have a thing to be up for in 6 hours. Yeah, go nap instead of sleep, you know, for however many hours. Yeah, go ahead. No, it's not luck, it's skill. It's skill, it's all skill. Food. Yeah, it's skill to have such a voice like this. Well, not really. It's kind of it's not even genetics, man. My other family members don't sound like I do. And of course they're not as quiet as I am either, so how did I become the outlier like this? But yeah, I will have a great stream, and I hope your nap is also good. Yeah, take care of yourself. Speaking of luck, I guess? No, not really. My experience with the Gemini Cup and Uma Musume has been really bad. The good news, I got one win in the races I've done. So I'm still qualified to go into Group B finals later. But you know, the bad news, of course, is I'm not gonna be able to be in the Group A finals where all of the good stuff is at. But that's fine, because I don't want to be in a group of whales, you know? Because, man, it's so dreadful in this cup, man. In this PvP mode, it sucks. And you know, a little before you know it, like, more people are gonna talk about the next champions meeting instead of focusing on the current one, and it sucks. But you know, whatever. As long as I manage in the Group B finals, then it's all good. But then again, luck is really a matter of when, like, your skills activate for your Uma to be at top speed, or when they use the skill to accelerate at the correct time, or if they even use their skills at all. Whatever the heck. It's weird, for sure. Yeah, so, like, some of them just have good luck with their runs, and they get, like, some nice stats, and then some of them are just whales, man. But the majority of them are whales with, like, very high stats and really broken support cards. It's so bad. It's like, man, give me maximum break, and then everything is fine for like SR cards anyway. I don't really know about, like, the other stuff, you know. It's like, man, how I wish that it wasn't so bad with my support card luck. The only good thing that happened was Kita-san Black Banner, but that's it. And then I'll have to wait another however many months until we get, like, another dupe for, or like a free selector for, like, the Kita-san Black card, and then, like, a crystal that's used to further level it up from there. And once that happens, everything is gonna be mind-blowing. It's gonna be like, whoa, my stats are so good now. I can manage least 2 stats or something. Because at this current moment, I can only really get like S rank stats for speed or stamina instead of like both of them having S rank, or maybe even like double S rank speed, but like stamina's like B rank or whatever. It kinda sucks. But you know, whatever. So being in Group B isn't that bad. That just kind of means I get less from it. But whatever, that just means everything is a much more fair fight in comparison with me, like, staring up at, like, this Goliath of a whale, you know, Leviathan, maybe. Like, it could be a whale, and it could be a Leviathan. And then when Leviathans are involved, man, it's gonna suck. Man, it's like money is the credit card is the best support card. It's like, yeah, gets you everything. And it takes away your life bit by bit. You could be spending that money on good stuff, other games, you know, or practical items, or even real life luxuries. But instead you choose to wail on a game that you can't even keep, like, permanently, because if you quit the game, none of that matters anymore. Or if your game, or if the game discontinues, then it's gone. Or if your account is deleted, then everything from what you spent on is gone. So yeah, that part would suck. And that's why I don't spend money on gacha games, because you cannot really keep any of that at all. It's kind of the same thing with digital games, to be honest. Like every other digital game, you don't actually keep the game. You just keep the license to play the game. And then, you know, you can't really transfer any of that ownership to like a different thing. You kind of just have to deal with it. But hey, at the very least, when you get a digital game, then you don't have to wail any further to get better at the game. You just play the game. Whereas in the gacha games, you might have to wail for PvP. But you know, there's gacha games that really don't do that. There's Arc Knights, of course, where PvP rarely ever exists, but there are really challenging game modes, like Contingency Contract, where you might need a whole setup of characters. But I feel like that hardly matters, because you know, as much as the rewards are good, you know, it's just like you could still use a very low-end squad, and you can complete most of the content with just that, and all you do is just borrow someone else's operator for the time being. Like, that's just how things go. Like, as long as one core operator is there, then everything else you could just have low end. But in my case, I have a lot of good operators, so I don't need to borrow some unless I'm missing like a core operator that is supposed to be helpful to the strategy. It's like, man, I was like, I really wish I had this person or that person, but, you know, of course I don't have to. I just have to work around it. But yeah, Arknights is the one gacha game that's really generous with its gameplay and rewards. Reverse 1999 comes a close second. And then the rest of the other gacha games, you know? Like brutal gachas and really dumb PvP and all that. Yeah, it's really weird. About Arknights, and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna think about streaming Arknights anymore, because I'm not, it's like, I do like Arknights, but I'm not good at it, and I don't really have the time to really, like, invest into everything. Arknights? Yeah. And you know, Endfield is coming next year, I assume. I don't know. Like, they have not announced like a release day. Yeah, no, I was playing Arknights. Well, it's because I rarely mention any of it. I rarely mention it at times. And you know, it's like maybe if like something was happening, then sure. But it's like no one else really brings up Arknights either, so then I don't talk about it. And then when someone does, I'm like, oh my god, you do play this, and it's like, so you know about the recent event? Yeah, so at the moment, I'm currently struggling on my decisions of, like, which operator I want to save for. It's like, oh, there's Exia Alter, and then there's Hoshiguma Alter, which I really want, and then there's like the recent Bang Dream collab they're doing, and I'm like really confused, like, what? Why? It's like, what? How could this happen? It's like you bring these characters into a world that's not good to live in. Yeah, I don't. It's like sometimes it's really interesting how they implement the story into it. It's like, oh, it ends up turning well. Yeah. But yeah, when Endfield comes out, oh man, it's gonna really be difficult to like keep up with other games I'm playing. It's like, oh, I gotta drop out this game or that game. It's gonna be really weird, you know? But yeah, who knows? Alright, we'll just finish the fluff for now. We're done with fluff. Floof. And you redeem it again. Okay, we're doing fluff again. Just when I said I was Just when I said we're done with it, and then it's like, nope, again. Man, I don't know. Well, we're continuing to float. I'm really tired. I see. Maybe you could pass down that tiredness to someone else. Somehow. You did pass out earlier? I mean, maybe. Who knows? I'm not too sure, actually. Just, like, there's a lot of other gacha games that are coming. It's like, oh, Ananta, or, Silver Palace? I feel like Silver Palace is, like, the one game that I'm most excited for besides Arc Knight's Enfield, because Silver Palace looks really cool. And welcome in, Ducky, welcome in. It has been a while. Everything's going well. Hope everything's good for you too. Yeah, in terms of like expecting whichever game comes out and trying to stick with it, I'm like, man, I don't know. Like, the longest amount of time I spent playing one gacha game was Arc Knights. And maybe Fate Grand Order came in second place. Because like I was playing FGO for some time and then I quit because it was too grindy and I didn't like the gameplay loop at all. It's like, oh, it's so boring. It's like, I don't care if the story's good, I just don't want to play it anymore because it's so tedious. It's like, it's time consuming. Even if you skip through the story, it's time consuming. But yeah, soon enough, like, Reverse 1999 would be overtaking the amount of time I spend on a gacha game. It's like, oh, yeah. Or maybe not that soon. I don't know how long it's been, like, with me playing FGO. I think it was, like, I think it's still, like, a good amount of time until I've left. And maybe Genshin, but I feel like I quit Genshin earlier than last time. I mean, I feel like first 1999 will overtake Genshin, but FGO is still second, like, most played, or most, like, amount of time I spent in there, anyway. I feel like I'm not too sure if I would still play Reverse 1999. I still like the game, but is slowly turning into that. Oh, but it takes a long time again. But it's not as grindy as FGO. Like the gameplay loop is somewhat similar, but not that similar. And I still like the game, so I'm still playing Reverse 1999. So that should be fine. Okay, so news. You got the second major boss of Elden Ring. You gotta be a little more specific than that. Cause, like second major boss? Like I'm not sure if like major makes any sense. Cause some people say like Margit is the first major boss you encounter. And then it's Godric. Or maybe Godric is your first major boss and then it goes from there. But yeah, hopefully it's not posing too much of a challenge for you. Margit's not really a major boss, because he's not really the real boss. But he's the first type of boss that actually encounters you, if you go to the right route anyway, or correct way, if there even is a correct way. You kind of just go around to the point where you do sort of get out of order. Yeah. Like you kind of have to be more specific than second major boss. I'm like, there's a whole lot of things you can do. And, some people don't even consider, like, this as the major boss. Here at Godric, okay. Hopefully he's not too bad to fight against. I mean, he's frankly not as bad as Margit. That's for sure. Because Margit is just that kind of stepping stone to, hey, you can't just keep doing this, you gotta break your habits or whatever. And then Godric is just this guy, not nearly as difficult. Or maybe it's just the fact that you practice with Margit first, and then when you go to Godric, then it's so much easier. Maybe that's just placebo effect, but no, I feel like... Bro, you don't think this game is for you, to be honest? Well, that's alright. Elden Ring is really not for the faint of heart. Matter of fact, a lot of FromSoft games are not for the faint of heart. But, if you're not enjoying it right now, then I'm sure you're not gonna enjoy everything else afterwards. Especially when, the DLC is there and it's so much harder. You think you're done, you love FromSoft, you would love to play Souls, but not open world. Yeah, that's true. It is a little overwhelming with the amount of content that's there. So... yeah, so it's not, if it's not gonna do well right now, then it's gonna be so much worse later. Maybe I should think about ending stream at the 2-hour mark. So about 47 minutes from, no, not 47, 37 minutes from now, I'll be ending stream. But you know, there's still a lot of time right now. And it's like you have a shred of paper with how much damage you take. It's like, nah, you can't play like that. You love Liza because that game is actually, you know, fair. Well, yeah, that's true. It's more or less because with Elden Ring, you kind of have to look around areas to find gear, and there's a lot of places you can look for. Whereas with linear type games like Sekiro, maybe, or whatever other Souls-like games there are, there's just so much you can do with linear type games. But with Elden Ring, there's just way too much customization to the point where, well, sometimes it's so much easier doing this build, but to be honest, that just kind of makes the game boring. So then, if you try to do it a genuine way, then it's so much worse. You received good news? Can't wait to hear it then. And thank you both for the check-ins. Welcome in, Zai. You play Liza on the lowest difficulty, but still. Yeah. Like with... I feel like with everything, it's just... like if it's a linear type experience, then it's all... like it's gonna be fair. But when it's open world, it's gonna be dependent on what you're looking for. About to be put back to sleep by this stream? Good. Good. You need your voodoo box? What? That's not the type of news that I would consider good, to be honest. Or unless that's not your good news at all. I don't know. It's very weird. What? Man. I mean, to each their own, I guess. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I found Sekiro to be very fun. I mean, yes, it's hard, but also it's a really good learning experience. And it's really satisfying once you get used to it. Marseille versus Real Madrid at the 17th September. Oh, I see. Okay. You need to break the game. Okay. Somehow. I don't know. Sure. Break the game, so voodoo is like, nope, doesn't work like that. Not at all. you for the headpad, I appreciate it. It's been some time since I played Sekiro. I don't know if I want to get back into Sekiro though. It's like, I found it fun, but I feel like there's a lot of other things to do anymore. No, not enough time. Wow. And then Ghost of Tsushima that I thought I was gonna play New Game Plus for, but I don't even think I can anymore. Yeah, it's so conflicting, man. It's like I wish I could, but nope, not quite. Souls-like games though. You would kind of consider Hollow Knight to be one because of like the spawn, like where like the save points. It's like, oh yeah, you just rest and then enemies respawn and then you save, you heal. Kind of works the same way, just in a 2D way. Just a Metroidvania type of genre though, which is the difference. And then Silk Song is out, so that's gonna be much more difficult anyway than the normal Hollow Knight. Or not normal, than the first Hollow Knight, I mean. Which is harder, Bloodborne or Kingdom Hearts 3 on critical mode? Your hard no pun intended is on Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, I mean, I never played either of them, so I can't even say my opinion. Just kind of depends. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Bloodborne's on the more tame side in terms of like Souls-like in general. It's like, oh, you know, it's good, it's cool. But I don't think people say it's like the hard type of Souls-like game. So, take that as you will. But I'm not sure if Kingdom Hearts 3 is the most difficult thing. I don't know what critical mode does. Like maybe it makes you weaker or makes the enemy stronger. Should be fine. But then again, is it really... I feel like that kind of comparison is a little too different. Like, if you're gonna say like which is harder with like a Souls-like versus an action game, it's like not really the most straightforward answer you'll get with that. It's like, is it really gonna be like, is it really gonna be like the same like kind of thing you would expect? It's like, hell yes it is. Are you sure? Is Kingdom Hearts Dark Souls to you? I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same at all. No. Like, no. You die in like 3 or 4 hits. But you can't classify that as Dark Souls or Souls-like if you just die in 3 to 4 hits. That's not how it works. Like, take Hades, for example. Like, you could be very weak and you can die to 3 or 4 hits. Is that considered a Souls-like? No, it's a roguelike. You don't consider it a Souls-like just because you take a lot of damage. Like, that's not a good classification of a genre. It's like, oh, you die very quickly, therefore it's a Souls-like. No, that's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. I mean, there might be people who consider Hades to be a Souls-like in some way, but I'm like, it's not exactly that. I don't think it's like the same categorization at all. And you know, there's FPS games. You die maybe like 1 shot to the head. Is that a Souls-like? No. Of course not. It's a shooter game. That's different. Man. So yeah, it's like, it's not like you can't just say, oh, because you die quickly, therefore it's a Souls-like, right? Nope. That's not what classifies it as such. Doesn't work like that. Alright. Moving on to Rubs then, as requested. Yeah, it's like you have to focus on like the gameplay loop of it. Is it similar enough to call it a Souls-like? You know, instead of just, you know, focusing on the damage aspect of it. So clearly there has to be some defining things that would kind of compare it in a way that is fair, you know? Kind of like comparing like 2 different FPS shooters. Like, yes, they're shooters, but they kind of take on their own kind of thing, you know? They kind of have different gameplay styles. Like, sometimes you die really quickly, or sometimes it takes quite a bit of shots. Or, you know, there's other things, like they emphasize on the recoil, whereas some other games you just kind of rely on the aim. Or both, sometimes. Like, oh, they prioritize movement, or prioritize the strategy, whatever the heck. Yeah, again, it's not as simple as, oh, because both these games share this one aspect of it. It's not as simple as that. It's like COD versus Battlefield. They're similar, but both have their differences. It's like, yeah, maybe, but you know, not the same thing. It's not, can't be so easily compared like that. Easier than the other. I think it's all about their play style. Thank you for the lurk, Bob. I appreciate it. Enjoy your lurk. Whatever it is you're doing, I appreciate it. On this and that, there's a reasonable comparison with like, oh, but this game is made in the same area, like both are these, or you know, whatever the heck. Like there's Wuchang that recently released a couple months ago. I don't actually know, but then people are comparing that to Wukong. I haven't played either of them though, but I'm like, what is gonna happen from here? It's like this is the kind of comparison you could make, but it's like, yeah, they're Souls-likes, they have similar type of gameplay, or I mean, I don't know if like Wukong would even be considered as a Souls-like, because it's not really that bad, from what people say. But Wuchang might be a more proper Souls-like, maybe. But then again, I can't say either because I haven't played it. But then there's those comparisons people make. But Wuchang can use multiple weapons. Wukong is limited to variations of the same, like, weapon type. So then there's that, and whatever the heck, I don't know. It's like, yeah, they're both like Chinese games. You could be doing this and that. They might share this kind of thing. It's like, maybe, I don't know. And then there's these other comparisons with how, let's say, Assassin's Creed Shadows and Ghost of Yotei that's coming out soon. God, I forgot how soon Ghost of Yotei is coming out. But like they share similar premises, you know, and the gameplay could be comparable in some way, but it's not at all the same thing. So it's like you can't say it's like that easy to compare either. And especially when Yotei isn't out yet, so yeah, Ghost of Yotei isn't out. So in that way, yeah, can't say which is better until like the game is actually out. And I wish Ghost of Yotei would come to PC soon. After, the PlayStation release. Hopefully it comes out much sooner, than, all the other PlayStation releases. Soft games are like which is harder, but then they have vastly different gameplay styles. It's like, what's the difference between Sekiro and Dark Souls? It's like, well, Sekiro, you don't have to like think about armor or anything, or you don't have to think about like switching out weapons, but you can move much faster, and you can parry, and you don't have to worry about the health. You more worry about their posture meter. And then people make comparisons with Bloodborne, and it's like, oh, which is gonna be this one or that one? It's like, man, it's not, like, yeah, it's Souls-like, but it's not exactly like a fair comparison when the gameplay is different. So, yeah. Again, it's like, you could compare it if it's like CSGO versus Valorant. Or not CSGO, CS2. Yeah, I forgot it's not it's not outdated anymore. But yeah, you can compare those two games because they're similar in different ways. Of course, there's slight differences with, but Valorant is a hero shooter. They have different characters that have different skills. And then CSGO is highly dependent on yourself, So you can't heal anyone, or you can't do certain things unless you're in a different game mode entirely. Or you can't make walls like how you can in Valorant. With CS, you can't really do it. But you have smokes, at least you can have flashes, you can have nades, molotovs, etc. Of course, there are things that you can do. You're not limited to whichever thing. But, like, there's the weapon choice. In CS, the weapon choice is vastly based off of which side you're on. And that kind of sucks. Because if you want to use an AK, then you gotta be on the T side. And if you're on the CT side, then you can't really use the AK. You kind of have to use an M4. So there's that problem. Like, the weapons are faction locked. In Valorant, none of the weapons are locked behind whichever side you're on with the attack or defense side. So that's the difference. Like, it's kind of the role you have to play when you're in Valorant as well. It's like, you want to play support, or do you want to play fragger, or do you want to be like a healer maybe? Yeah, it's all dependent on the role you choose. I mean, CS sort of has that kind of thing. Not really. It's like, because everyone is the same on each side, they can't really have anything unique besides communication and, whatever, like, you want the person to do, like, positioning-wise. I mean, Valorant, you can still do that, but you have more options when a certain character does separate things. So, yeah, I feel like that's a more fair comparison. say Fortnite, in some way they're similar, like they both have a shield system, but Fortnite is third person, Apex is first person, and with Fortnite, you know, it's really reliant on just you doing stuff, whereas with Apex, it's kind of like that too. But you actually get more of a selection. It's kind of a hero shooter as well. Like you have unique skills tied to a certain character as well. In Fortnite you don't really have that. It's just weird skins everywhere, you know. I don't play Fortnite, but I know what goes on sometimes, and it disappoints me every time. So I'm like, man, I don't care. But yeah, there's that. I don't know too much about Fortnite though, because I never played it. It's like, there's a weapon rarity system, of course. But with Apex, it's not really a weapon rarity system. It's more like an attachment system. So like the rarer the attachment is, the better it typically is. But of course, like some attachments are better than others. Like let's say iron sights or aim down, like separate sights. Like sometimes iron sights are better than getting like a scope or like a red dot or like a crosshair. Like it's typically preference. It could be preference, or it could actually be a strategy. But you know, it depends on how good you perform with that. But you know, of course, like the rest attachments you ideally want, like in Apex you would want like a barrel stabilizer or like a bigger magazine or a stock or maybe even a mod that makes it stronger in some way. Yeah. And I guess in Fortnite there's really nothing like that with attachment system. It's more like just a weapon rarity system. So the rarer the weapon, the better it is, typically. And I don't know how balanced it is, because you kind of get wacky weapons too, and it's stupid. I've seen people play, and it's really weird. I don't like it, how varied it gets. It's like, well, I guess that's just Fortnite for you. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you can fly with this thing, or you can block bullets with this. It's like, wow, that's just great, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, there's just typical things you can't compare, and things you can't really do at all with that. It's like, oh, but what if this game can be third person? Or what if this game could be first person? Who really knows? It's really not that simple. But maybe you could compare PUBG to Fortnite, because at the time when Battle Royale was just those two games, it's like maybe you could compare those two games, because they are both third person, and they both take on like a different thing with this. And then, you know, there's slight variations with whatever the heck. So maybe that's a bit more fair of a comparison. And then, I don't know, maybe there's, I don't really know, it's just weird. It's just a weird comparison, I can't say. And thank you for the daily check-in, I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well today. I didn't realize how much time passed until I looked. Probably gonna end stream in about 6 minutes. So, might be an abrupt end. So, yeah. So, in summary, from all the long yapping I did, you can't really compare a game just simply by one thing only. You kind of have to compare it based on many similarities that are there, and only a slight difference in whatever is there. So, it's like that's just how you could take it. It's very weird, but yeah. It's very weird though. Yeah, again, like before I was talking about like FGO and Reverse 1999 and how Reverse 1999 is somewhat similar to FGO in terms of gameplay, but not really. That's the thing, like I can't do that kind of comparison because they're two different games that have two different things. It's like, yes, it's turn-based, and yes, they have ultimates that you cast once you have this amount of energy or whatever, but like Reverse 1999 actually has an auto loop system if you clear the stage once. FGO, you can't have that. I mean, at least I don't remember it having it, and maybe they changed that, but yeah. And then there's the gacha system. They're both vastly different. FGO has that spark system nowadays where you pull a certain amount of times and you actually get a 5-star guaranteed. But Reverse 1999, there's an actual pity system. It tells you how dumb FGO gacha is, and tells you how generous Reverse 1999 is. Like I get like the rate up character within 4 multis at the very least on average. Like I pulled on the Ezio banner from Reverse 1999, the collab they're doing right now. I got him the first multi that easy. Maybe I mean of course I was just lucky, but that just shows how high the rate up is in comparison with FGO with like 1% on a 5-star, but like a really low percentage of getting the one you want. It's like, man, what the heck? This is stupid. Yeah. And of course, like there's like the certain art style they chose to have. Reverse 1999 has that sort of chibi style when you go into combat, whereas FGO kind of retains that consistent art style with, hey, let's keep their proportions normal sort of thing. So yeah, so there's definitely differences, and the comparison isn't that easy to make until you break it down one by one instead of just focusing on one thing entirely and just saying, oh yeah, this is so much harder. It's like, no, I don't think it's like that. And it's also dependent on which game or which genre you're used to more. Like someone who's not familiar with this genre might have a more difficult time with the game they're playing in comparison with the one genre that they're best at. Whereas I am versatile. Whatever game I'm playing, I usually every FPS game has a difference. You see? A difference. And that's what matters. Like, if there's a game that doesn't require recoil control, then I'm typically good at that. If there's a game that requires the recoil control, then I might struggle on that a bit more. It's like, typically aim for me is a bit of a struggle, but you know, otherwise I get it to work. Yeah. You know, playing other games, hack and slash games, or VR games. Oh yeah, VR games. People who play FPS games, not all of them are inherently gonna be good at VR shooter games too. Probably because they never played that kind of thing. Like they never experienced that kind of experience, you know. It's like just because they're good in FPS games doesn't mean they're good at VR shooters. Because then they'll actually test your actual aim with your movement and all that. In comparison with moving your mouse. Yeah, so there's that. But in any case, we'll just leave it at that, cause I don't want to drag it on for too long, and you know there's stuff that I want to do after stream that definitely needs to be finished. So yeah, let me go look for someone to raid, because that would typically be very nice, you know. Again, it's always checking. It's always checking whether or not, you know, someone would end stream sooner. It's like, nope, I'm not gonna read into this one because, you know, like trying to look. They're trying to look, you know, look at what their stream time is, and then typically it's a good or bad thing. Maybe. But you know, I have to like go back and forth with who I would want to raid. Like, perhaps like raid a new person, or raid someone that I am familiar with. Alright. But you know, for the time being, I could probably... actually, I'm not too certain. Like, raid into someone new, or raid into someone familiar. It's like, man, what do I choose? It's like, what do I choose between this and that? But who knows? I will never know. I will never know that for sure. I'm trying to check. Man, when I'm raiding into someone with a much higher concurrent view count, then I'm just like nervous. I'm like, no, I don't want to. But I know for a fact they're nice people, so I'm like, nope. It's just me being the way I am, the introverted me. So, I mean, it would be nice to raid into someone new. But it would also be nice to raid into someone that I know of. You know, just so I can. But I'm like... But... yeah, I'm not too sure. It's like I have to play play this whole rotation thing. It's like, I don't want to keep raiding the same person, or I don't want to keep raiding, like, whatever the heck. It's like, I want to do this as planned as it can be. I feel like I could raid it to spoons, but I don't know how long it's been since I raided Neri in a bit, so it's very tough to understand that, you know. It's like, I gotta decide eventually. It's like, could be this, could be that, but I'm like, yeah. But I feel like the most recent time, again, is like 3 months ago. And you know, of course, that just kind of shows how much time has passed. It's like, yeah, that's what happens when you do ASMR only twice a week. I say only twice a week, but I feel like that's I feel like I could read it to Neri. Yeah, it's so annoying. Every time it's like, who do I want to raid? It's like, raid whoever you want. It's like, no, that doesn't help my decision making. Okay, but I feel like we could probably raid into Neri. Why not? So let's prepare to read messages. So for those who are following the channel, you can use the raid message with the codes. And for those who are subbed to the channel, then you can use the raid message with the words. And we'll be raiding over to Nerian. Nerian? I only shortened it down to Neri, to be honest. So, yeah, so she is currently, you know, also streaming ASMR. I mean, typically when I'm streaming ASMR, then anyone else I raid into is streaming ASMR. So, yeah, she'll take care of you for the time being. It's gonna be some days until I'm gonna stream ASMR again. So until then, I'll just be streaming Death Stranding probably on Tuesday, or it could be on Thursday. I'm still not quite certain, because maybe things change up and then maybe I'll play a different game on this day. But typically, it could just be that, like maybe I just change it up. But I feel like it might be Death Stranding on Tuesday or Wednesday. But otherwise, I get the feeling it might just be something else. Yeah, let's start the raid. Oh god. Alright, but I appreciate everyone who stopped in. If anything changes from the day to the other day or whatever, then I'll just reflect it on what the stream is. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm gonna do this. It's like, no, it'll just happen. But yeah, until then, it's just gonna be, yeah, it's just gonna be that. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who stopped in, and I'll see everyone in the next stream, alright? Thank you to whoever stopped by to watch the stream, and thank you to whoever stopped by to watch the VOD. I appreciate it. Alright? Goodbye. Goodbye.